recently, because, moving many peoples into one home, you have to get rid of things. And as I was doing that, I stumbled upon my mother's cache of all of my homework from forever. And it was interesting. As I was, disposing of a majority of it, I kept coming across these things that I'd totally forgotten about, but these projects that I had to do at school that I hated the entire time I was doing it. And there's some of them that it was obvious that I was with my father as I was doing this particular piece of homework, because I was asked to explain why this particular tribe of Indians were, so good for the land on which they lived. And my response was, I don't care, I don't like Indians. And I turned that in, this went to a teacher and got a grade. But that's the thing is, for the majority of the homework that I went through, I was shocked by how often my work in it was clearly sub what I can do. And I think that's the problem with, most structured schools, is that they may learn all the things that they're supposed to learn, but how much do they enjoy them? How much do they retain them? Ask the average adult who's 25 what they remember from, their time in an elementary school. And based on schoolwork, nothing. No one I've talked to in college, no one I've talked to after college remembers anything from their elementary school other than I used to play with this kid, or we used to play that game, or I had this one teacher that was awful and forced us to do this all the time. So yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from with asking kids what they bring home from the various types of schools.
I would just add too, along the lines of engaging with a subject that you're not interested in, I think random conversations about what Indian tribes did for the land that they were living on, you might not care, but you're not forced to participate. And you might sit quietly on the opposite end of the table as two students who are interested talk very excitedly about it, and that's fine. You're not expected to participate. But if something does snag your interest and you decide to become engaged in that conversation, chances are really good that you'll suddenly become really interested in whatever the subject of the day is. I think that happens all the time here.